Let's talk about some of these great Lion players this year and what they've done. Jared Goff. Let's show some of his highlights this year.
Good season.
He's had a great season.
Yeah,
Dallas lit Dallas up there.
Yeah, he did.
That was a big game for them.
Yeah. It was their Super Bowl.
That was their Super Bowl, you think?
Yeah.
37-9 at that point.
Even though we didn't have any players. But
that was a 50. He went on the road and beat the Cardinals, which, at the time.
But he's played well. He's made smart decisions.
I agree.
He threw a pick last night, but oh well.
Well, he almost threw a second pick that could have went for a pick six.
See, we'll get into that.
Yeah, the Buccaneers. This game here was, to me, when you look at it, they weren't going to beat the Buccaneers. I didn't feel like at this point in the season they were going to beat the Buccaneers.
Well, I thought they would have because Buccaneers, like I said, they had no offensive line either. I mean, no defensive line either. All of their guys were out. But that's one of those gritty games, ugly games,
They went and defeated Matt Stafford again at Ford Field.
And that hasn't paid off, folks. That trade hasn't paid off yet.
It's Super Bowl or bust.
It's Super Bowl or bust.
But you don't think who they got, like Gibbs and who did they got? Jameson?
Oh, Gibbs is way over
the
here.
Draft picks?
Gibbs is here.
You don't
Gibbs
think
is like Halle
you
Berry
don't
with
think
other ladies.
you don't think that's been
like there's Halle Berry and then there's everybody else. Gibbs and then there's everybody else. But the Super Bowl has to play out.
Okay.
Goff has to win a Super Bowl. There's no other way around this, ladies and gentlemen. And the thing about it.
So you think the trade at this point has worked out better in the Rams' favor, even though the collection of people we got in the draft from that Matt Stafford trade?
The trade has worked out for the regular season.
Okay.
It hasn't worked out for the Super Bowl. McVay sent him packing because he didn't think he'd win a Super Bowl. Let's cut through the chase of that. We know that. Stafford went and won it. And that is where Goff has to get. So, okay. There's Deshaun Watson, there's Sam Darnold, there's Carr, there's Dak, there's Tua, there's Purdy, there's Cousins, there's Mayfield. Those guys are all in the same line. You're never going to win with them, period. Goff is a little bit above that because he has to win the big game. Those guys are never going to win it. Never. Never, 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 never.
Well, Cousins, he's out of a job.
Tua.
Mayfield.
I like Mayfield. I like the grit. I like the gut. He's in a weak division, and that kind of glosses it over.
And you're in a weak division, and you were 10-7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but he's a gritty guy. I've always liked that.
Yeah. And they even try to throw Herbert there.
No, not yet.
Not yet. If anyone, him. But Goff has to get over that line. Then he'll get into the talks. He's over them, but he's got to get.
And you think he's got to win a Super Bowl in order to do that?
He has to.
Okay.
He's over them. He's not waddling around in that mess because it's mess. Derek Carr and it's mess. It's teams that can win a few games and then that's it. When the lights get bright, we saw it yesterday. And I've been pushing for Darnold. I said he's in the right spot. The lights were too big. Goff, you got to get over the lights.
Okay. Another player on the Lions. Would you consider Amon-Ra St. Brown, his season this year, do you consider it a successful one compared to the hype that obviously he's done very well since he's been in the league. Yeah. As you can see here, he's pretty consistent. Do you feel like the hype really wasn't as much this year because of all the weapons they had? You see them utilizing more Williams, obviously Montgomery.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra, he was.
What's his number?
He was to me, I thought he was lights out last year. I'm not saying he wasn't this year.
No, he was.
I'm not saying that at all.
It wasn't as good as last year.
You're right.
That's why I don't make him great.
Okay.
Chase is great.
You don't make him great.
No, Chase is great. Again, Jefferson's great. They always no matter what. CeeDee's great.
But would you say? But you say Jefferson's great.
He is.
But my thing is this: Amon-Ra seems to be able to get break free and get through these things.
That's because their system. That's because Amon-Ra, again, more weapons. Minnesota had weapons, but they don't have those weapons. And then look where he's always inside. You know what I mean? He can do. Everybody's keying in on Jefferson. He's got help over here. He's got help over there. That's all. But they have to win too. Like
but Jefferson has. There's other weapons.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They do. Yeah, they do. But the Lions scheme is so good for Amon-Ra. He's always open. He's kind of like Cup. You know, it's kind of that. It's the same thing because Goff ran that in L.A. It's the same thing here. They just have a better back. Much better.
Another player for the Detroit Lions, I called him the human tank because earlier this year, David Montgomery was the guy. I'll tell you something. You almost seen him featured a little more earlier on than Jahmyr Gibbs. And, man, this guy's, speedy. He got the extension. And, obviously, talent-wise, I would say Gibbs is obviously more talented. But Montgomery, I think, is a featured piece in this offense before he got hurt.
I don't think you need him. I don't think you need him anymore. People thought, Montgomery, I never thought he was that good in Chicago. Now, people thought, because they saw him a lot, and they didn't know if Gibbs could hit the holes. That was the issue. Right. I said all along, this guy, he's the feature.
Okay.
Montgomery's good back, but you don't need him.